Welcome to Ballzy Core outdoors. I'm going to try to hit you as deep in your core as I can, lots of pelvic floor cueing, and we're going to make it quick, and you will be amazed at how fast you can integrate, activate, and feel really good. Stretch your legs out long, take your arms up in the air. Let's take a big breath in, and then exhale, hug up inside of you. If you have Ballzy up inside of you, hug it and imagine you're rolling it along inside your spine. Take a breath here with your arms over your head. Let's do a quick release here. So as you inhale, release your pelvic floor. Imagine your sits bones opening. Imagine front to back, side to side is just opening, not pushing, but just releasing. Because as you know, sometimes you need to get a great release in order to get a great contraction. It's a good metaphor for life. You got to let go sometimes to connect. So inhale as you let go. Now exhale as you hug up inside of you. Activate from the inside all the way up like a pulley system and roll yourself up. Let's start with a little stability. So you're going to roll back onto your forearms and then press your forearms forward on the floor so that you curl your tailbone, and then without moving your pelvis at all, lift your right leg up. And then get a little lighter on your forearms so you're hugging that ball up inside of you and rolling up a little bit higher. And then you're going to take, without moving, take your right arm up towards your left toes. Now get a little lighter on your left forearm so you're really hugging in from the inside up. And then without moving your torso, float your right leg up. You shouldn't feel any pulling in your back at all. Inhale again, exhale, hug up inside of you even deeper. See if you can take your left arm up towards your left foot. So both arms are reaching towards the left foot. No crunching. Get a little longer, curl the tailbone, open your right leg an inch and breathe. Inhale, exhale, blow the air out of the back of the ribs so that you kind of melt into your strength. It should be burning. And then drop your feet down and come on your forearms again. And just shake it out. Let's take both arms forward without any gripping or clenching. Both arms, roll all the way down. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself up. Okay, now come back onto the forearms again and just sort of set yourself up here. So instead of popping your ribs, you're pushing your forearms forward, curling your tailbone, and then the right leg floats up with no gripping. You're so connected in your core. Now the next thing is your left arm. So exhale, hug in, reach your left hand towards your right toes, and then feel that burn. Get lighter on your right forearm. You want to be right on your midline. And then float your left leg up a couple inches. Whew. Exhale, hug up and inside again. This time the right arm comes up and just notice. Try not to pull on your arms. Try to lift from the bottom up. Open your left leg a couple inches. Breathe. As you exhale, blow the air all the way out. As you hug up. Exhale is activation. Lift, lift, lift. And then drop your feet and roll down. Oh, that should be a nice little burn to start. Okay, take a breath in. Exhale, we're rolling up again. And then as we roll down, notice your pelvic floor. Exhale, hug up inside you first, and it's like a rolling pin inside your spine as you go all the way down. Now bring your hands behind your head and roll up to the shoulder blades. And then you're going to float both legs up without pulling on your back. So engage your abs, bring your knees up. And we're going to do 10 tucks. So your head is pressing into your hands. Your abs should already have a nice little burn going. You're curling your pelvis up from the inside out. You're not pulling on your quads. So on your count of 10, you're going to pause at the top. I have 5 more here. Make sure you're rolling up and kind of hugging at the top and coming down slowly. There's never really a complete release of this. You're just staying connected the whole time. Whew. I have 2 more. Exhale, curl, 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 lift. And then 1 more. Make sure you get to 10 on your count. So curl up. Okay, now from here, take your right ankle and cross it over your left and press down. Take your left ankle and push it up against that right ankle until you feel it start to burn more on that left oblique. Now you're gonna point your knees a little bit to the right, and you're gonna take your left arm and you're gonna bring it inside that left inner thigh, and you're gonna press out against that inner thigh and pull that inner thigh in against that arm. Now curl up a little bit more. Whew, breathe. Let it burn. Exhale all that air out and lift up a little higher. Press. Now rotate that right elbow over towards that left knee and lift, lift, lift. Last move. Take the right arm behind you. 3, 2, 1. And then come down. Just windshield wiper those legs for a moment. All right, let's do the other side. So hands behind the head. Press those hands back into the ground, or press your head into your hands like they're glued to the floor, and then let your abs engage pelvic floor first and then peel yourself up. That should be a lot harder than just crunching. You want to go inside out. All right, so from here, knees up. Let's do 10 tucks again. So curl that pelvis up, come down slowly, because both directions are important, eccentric, concentric. Follow your breath all the way out and curl the tailbone. Try not to squeeze your sits bones together. Try to hug up inside your butt, inside that like pelvic floor up in your spine. On your count of 10, try and make each breath at least 4 seconds. Watch the end of your exhale that you're not locking your jaw or sticking the air in your throat. You want to have that breath fluidly blowing out. Okay, I have 2 more. Watch the breath. Don't let it get stuck in your throat, in your jaw. Okay, on that last one, you're going to curl your pelvis up and breathe. Think about your femurs lifting up out of your pelvis. Now you're going to cross your left ankle over your right ankle, and you're going to press down, and that right ankle is pressing up. Make sure your feet are up a little bit higher, and press and resist until you feel that right oblique start to fire a little bit deeper on that right side. Hug ballsy up inside that right side pelvic floor. Curl the pelvis up. Point your knees over a little bit to the left, and then curl that pelvis up a little bit more. Now take your right arm inside your legs, press into that right oblique, and squeeze that right knee into that arm and breathe. Watch what happens when you blow all that air out. You melt into your strength, curl up a little bit higher, add a rotation. That left elbow rotates towards that right knee. Breathe. Lift higher, higher, higher. Take the left arm behind you. 3, 2, 1. And then come down. Oof. Okay, take your legs long and just notice. Take your arms over your head. Breathe in and ride that full exhale all the way up, and just notice. This should be sort of bottom to top core here. Let's spin around onto your stomach, and we're gonna just stretch out those abs. So take a breath in and roll up. You can look over your left shoulder, look over your right shoulder, and breathe. Kind of lift your heart up forward. And then push back on the hands and the knees. You can do a little cat-cow to shake out your spine. And there it is. There's your Ballzy Core for the day. Keep integrating that pelvic floor with your breath into all the movement pattern and watch how much more stable and powerful you feel.